Hello YouTube, my name is Alex and this will be part 2 of making your own Tesla energy lights. So last time I made a video I had all of my induction coils hooked up in series using these tungsten electrodes right here. I just had them in between each coil, and what I noticed is that only the lowest resistance tubes were lighting up. So I took the tungsten rods out and I set it up this way. And here you see my solid state Tesla coil. I have one more bulb here that I didn't have last time, and I added neon. So this solid state Tesla coil here has an input of 18 volts right now. And you see that? And it's adjustable frequency. This one I also got from Amazing One. In fact, all these Tesla coils I got from AmazingOne.com. And I personally like the solid state best. If you can afford to buy only these and making your own Tesla lights, then that would be highly recommended. So, I'm going to fire it up for you guys so you can see what it is. Then I'll explain this pyramid and these weird looking things. So let me fire it up. So, you can't really make out all of them, but they are all lighting up. Water vapor and air over there are lighting up the least, but there is some ionization of the gas on the inside. It's difficult to see on camera. And currently, this thing's putting off a pretty big energy field. I like sitting around it, but it's not quite till it's at its final stages yet. I plan to hook all the ground cables up in series here, and then just have a single wire coming up, and then hook up all the top terminals of the neon lights in series as well, so that I could get a better looking platform. And then I'm going to take these cords and wrap them up and put them underneath the table along with the surge protector in order to get a more organized setup here. So these coils here, take one off real quick. Oop. Don't want to rip it. This pyramid, first of all, is Patrick Flanagan's pyramid. They're Nubian pyramids. What's special about them is that the bottom length is 1 unit, and this is 1.68 units. It is the golden ratio. 1.618 rather, sorry. And so I put the pyramid around it because it is in itself kind of an orgone generator, and an electric field would just kind of boost that. And these coils are from the Patrick Flanagan Life Field transformer. They're basically just a special type of Mobius coil, and I put some holograms on here. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that. Yeah, I put some holograms on here to take advantage of instead of putting tape on there, because tape is a really bad conductor of orgone, and so these holograms will do just a better job, and it'll keep the copper together. So I made 2 of these yesterday, and they put off a leftward circularly polarized scalar wave, and that is why I made them, because they're a very special type of orgone, and I want to use those in conjunction with the pyramid and my Tesla energy lights, and put those underneath my chair at the multi-wave oscillator in my final product. So I am going to show you guys my multi-wave oscillator, and then I will call it a day. And then I'll upload another picture and some videos when I am completed with my coil and it's all set up and looking good. Thanks, YouTube. Alright, so here's my lab at the moment, and this is my multi-wave oscillator. It uses a spark gap, and there's a little window right there that you can see the spark gap through. I'll show you guys. And a little timer right here. I got this one from alteredstates.com. It is not high frequency enough. That's the only problem I have with it. The coils are all golden ratio. They're C designed, which is good, because if they were a full circle, then they'd be self-looped and there'd be a lot less field created in the electromagnetic spectrum, and that's really what you want, is the highest electromagnetic radiation and induction between the coils. I'm not having a lot of induction with this unit because the frequency is, less than 5,000 hertz. So I want a multi-wave oscillator with around 100,000 to 1,000,000 cycles per second, because that you're maximizing the induction according to Tesla. So I'm going to fire this up for you guys. This puts off a somewhat broad spectrum, but with the Tesla lights it should put off a much broader spectrum field. And this, just on a little side note real quick, this Tesla coil, it's really a high voltage induction coil, but it's got a little pot right here and a little switch for the polarity changing. I had 2 electrodes sitting here and it would spark across them, but I put too much resistance between the coils and it broke. I got this one on eBay. Hamilton Drills creates them, and it was actually a lot of fun when I first had it, but as soon as it broke, it became worthless. So I don't recommend buying these Tesla coils, but it is kind of interesting that these are the only ones you could find online that'll get up to around 180,000 cycles per second when you crank the pot all the way. And you won't see any sparks when you do that, but it is safe to handle with your hands, and it should create a heating effect since it's alternating current. It's got the 120 volt input. It's just an induction coil in here. So I just thought I'd give a little review on that real quick, since some of the people watching this may be interested in buying their own Tesla coils for whatever reasons. I'm going to fire up the multi-wave oscillator so you guys can see what it sounds like. Don't want to touch it because it kind of hurts. Frequency is not high enough. So I just plug in the back. You immediately hear the fan go on. That's just how the unit's composed. So you hear the spark gap now, and these things are putting off energy. This one's not directly connected. See, that's induction that you're seeing there. I don't like touching the primary because, like I said, it hurts. It's low frequency, high voltage. That's the spark gap. And it is adjustable here. I can adjust. Ow! Just shocked myself. I can adjust the spark gap here. And right now we adjusted it so that it's got its highest frequency output. And that is my multi-wave oscillator. So when I get the Tesla lights set up and I have both of them running at the same time, I will post an update. Until then, I'll talk to you later.